Hello and welcome back to Grind Slime TV with me, your host Aaron, where we're going to be doing part 9 of my top 50 albums. Last day tomorrow. Woo! It's getting there, getting there. Now, most of today's I have already done videos on, but like I mentioned in a video before, I didn't want to leave them out of my top 50 because they're just in there, you know. So let's crack on. First up, we've got the absolutely fantastic gore grind release out of Greece, and that is Blasted Pancreas and their record Carcinoma. Absolutely top banana stuff here, I'm telling you. It is catchy, it is heavy, every song has its own little identity, and it is just one of those ones that you can just throw down and just keep on playing. You got all the lyrics there. It's one you can put on repeat, so it's really a good fun album. Lots of samples from the movie Saw, which was a big deal at the time when this little ditty came out. It was a cool little artwork there, and again you got the same sort of fatty, fleshy, artery stuff going on. You know, all the fun stuff that you want from pathological gore grind. And this has got that awesome drum machine kind of sound to it, which regular watchers will know I am a big fan of. This really flew under the radar and has only recently been getting the attention it deserves. This is a reissue of the CD itself, but again, we're not talking about that sort of thing. We're just sticking to the album itself. I do have an older version of this on cassette, so this has been it's been on my playlist for some years now, and it's going to keep being on there because it is just absolutely fantastic. Really influenced by lymphatic phlegm. In fact, there's a cover on here of one of their songs, Resection of Upper Gastrointestinal Malignancy. Oh no, say that when you're pissed. But yeah, you've got on here a total of 13 tracks, including an intro, your regurgitate cover there and all, which is always cool. But yeah, if you're into your gore grind and you like it fast, I mean, this still goes slower in places, but for the most part, it's really fast, melodic in a very sort of evil sounding kind of way. I mean, the opening song, Lymphangiosarcoma, is almost got a bit of almost like a black metal feel to it. It really is just, it just opens up and it just kicks you full force in the teeth. And yeah, it is just really good. I can't get enough of this record. It's always getting played, and it's all in about 25 minutes as well. So you really cannot go wrong. Like I say, it's one of those ones that you can just stick on repeat a couple of times and just really enjoy. And it's catchy as well. You come away from it humming a lot of the sort of riffs and stuff. Vocals are all very sort of pitch shifty, guttural sort of thing going on. So it's got all the classic hallmarks of really good gore grind, and it is definitely one that needs to be picked up on a lot more. Now, next, we have got The Enlightenment by Tannanis. This is from Brazil, I believe. It's definitely South America. And this is black and death metal, which is an absolutely fantastic album. A lot of people think it's very boring and very sort of mid, and I get that. There's an argument for it because there isn't a whole ton of variation on here. I mean, the artwork's fantastic. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant. But what I do like about it is that it has a formula that works, and I don't get bored of this record. It's over 50 minutes long, which for me usually is a bit of a red flag because I think, oh god, that's a long time. But for this, I think for the style of music that they do, all your lyrics there, look, and all of your extras and whatnot, I think it really is a testament to show how you don't have to be overly complicated or have fancy little gimmicks or anything to just make really good, brutal, dark music. It's got 12 songs, including a cover of Possessed Satan's Curse, which is probably in my top 3 possessed songs. But this is absolutely fantastic from start to finish. There's no like blast beating or anything. It's all very mid-paced, sort of like death metal, very down-tuned, lots of death growling going on, but it's very atmospheric as well. And this is I've got number 388 hand-numbered copies. I think it was either 500 or 1,000. I can't quite remember, but this was put out by Old Temple. But a really, really good album, and I definitely don't think anyone who's into their sort of really underground kind of heavier side of black metal needs to at least give this a spin. It won't be for everyone because, like I say, it's 50 minutes of pretty much the same sort of thing, but I think it works wonderfully, and it's one of those ones that I can just put on, close my eyes, and just really, really get into. I highly recommend it, and every time I listen to it, I love it a bit more, and it just keeps on getting better every time, and it's just absolutely wonderful release, an absolute testament to the brutality of South America and what they bring to the extreme metal scene. So I highly, highly recommend getting on this album, Tannanis, The Enlightenment. Now, up next, we've got both Greece and black metal. I think you know what I'm talking about. Oh yes, we've got the classic debut from Rotten Christ, Thy Mighty Contract. Absolutely stunning record. I've been a big fan of Rotten Christ for a long time, way over 20 years now, and this album, every time I put it on, I remember just why I love this band so much. This was put out by Peaceville, and this is from the early 90s, I believe. This was 91, oh, 93. I knew it was going to be something like that, but yeah, 93. That's right, yeah, because Non Servium came out in 94. And this comes with a lovely big booklet. Look at that. It's absolutely fantastic. And the lyrics are on the back. So what's inside the booklet, I hear you ask? Cool pictures and stories and history of the band and whatnot. It's just loaded with stuff, man. It's just like this Jim Mutilator, the personal hero of mine. Everything that guy touches is pretty much gold. Be it Varathron, Thou Art Lord, this motherfucker. You know, so got all that going for it. And again, this has got that classic drum machine sound to it. I mean, it's done on an electric kit, but electric kit, drum machine, they're one and the same, really, aren't they? They're both machines that do drumming. So got that going for it, and it just sounds more mystical because of it, because it's almost like, I think I said in my video before about it, that it almost sounds as though the drums have been conjured up by some sort of dark spell, and it's just emphasised even more by the really soft synth pads that come in. Really haunting release and undeniably beautiful, and the riffage in it is all just, and also black vinyl the way it's meant to be. And the riffage in it, very Iron Maiden influenced. Not to the point where it's a copycat, because it isn't by any means, but you could just tell that classic heavy metal sound is just rich throughout the entire thing. And I love the artwork, and this is, for me, this would easily come into my top 20, I think, if I was to really, really sit down and think about it. I'm not going to. You've had enough. But yeah, an absolutely fantastic album. And again, this is one that every time I put it on, I just love it even more, because there's little tiny nuances and layers throughout this that you just end up noticing years later and being like, oh man, that really ties the song together, and suddenly you notice something else. It's like, oh man, it's complemented by this, and oh, that comes up again later, and it sort of reflects back and forth. But absolutely brilliant. It's got it's got 8 tracks. The extended edition has 10, but this here is just absolutely top tier black metal, particularly of the Hellenic variety. And mate, just get on it. If it's on Spotify, it's on it's on Rotten Christ now, but it's on YouTube and all the other streaming services you can imagine, because they've gotten quite big now. Their latest stuff is good, but it's just not really for me. The latest CD of theirs I have is Triarchy of the Lost Lovers, which was 96 or 97, I think that came out. And it's good, but it's got the real drums, and the opening track's fantastic. Kings of a Stellar War. But the rest of the album, I just feel like it's lost a lot of that magic. But this, Non Servium, and the Passage to Arcturo EP are absolute essentials. So if you're into your black metal and for some reason you haven't heard of Rotting Christ, whether you're new to the game or not, you've got to at least stream these to find out, you know, or if you can find it, a record nice and cheap or whatever, or maybe you're Mr. Moneybags or Mrs. Moneybags, you know, pick it up and just let the magic begin. It just takes you away on a really spiritual journey, and oh, I don't know what else I can say about it. It's just that good. It's just blows me away every time. Absolutely love it. Now, moving on to another one. Again, I've done a video on this before, and that one. And all of these I've done videos on so far. But like I say, they got to be mentioned. I'm not going to leave them out just because of that. So let's get grindy. Grindy from Texas. Oh, and there's something in the bourbon in Texas. You all know that because they're always putting out the tunes, and this is no exception. We are talking about the grind modern classic that is Insect Warfare. Oh, and their album World Extermination, which is just from start to finish. You've got 20 songs here in just as many minutes, and it is relentless. It is just speed, riffs, awesome vocals. The drums are insane. It just does not let up from start to finish. It is an absolute hurricane of just ferocity, the way grind is supposed to be made. And look at that, you've got the lovely stuff going on there. Look, it looks like, what is that, like a prison or something? I think they got done over maybe, or something got bombed, I don't know. But absolutely fantastic release. And we've got the old vinyl in here, and for those enthusiasts of colour, we have a blue with sort of a black smoky swirl effect going on. I don't think you can really pick the black up on this camera, but it is, of course, there. And I love the artwork for this as well, which is absolutely fantastic, which was done by Sawblade back in 2007. I know that because it says it right there on the cover. Not like I'm a man of many secrets or anything. I know what I see. And what's cool about the lyric sheet as well that I mentioned on my other video is that on the other side it has the nuclear peace treaty, which is essentially the deal of mutually assured destruction. And when you read it, it is kind of it's kind of mad on how fragile and flimsy this whole contract really is, you know. So pretty fun, but don't let that get in the way of all this stuff that's going on at the moment. I know the media is trying to scare everyone at the moment with nuclear war and all this bullshit. Just ignore them, all right? Same with all those people on your timelines on social media and stuff. Most of them are idiots who don't know what they're talking about, and they just want to get likes and attention and act like they're some sort of voice of the people, like the man on the hill who talks down to everybody and makes everyone feel small. Fuck those people. That's why you come to Grind Slime. We don't bother with all that bullshit. We're here for the tune. This is about art, son. Recognise. Now, this next one hasn't been mentioned on the channel. One of the albums have. Now, I mentioned before that when I did the video on this band's other album, that it would be a coin toss between that album and this one on which one would be my favourite. And because every time I listen to each of them, I think, all right, this one's my favourite. And then I put this one on, and I'm like, oh no, this one's my favourite. So very, very difficult. But what I love about it is that their sound is so far apart from each other that you can see this amazing progression by a musician who can still keep true to his own sort of sound, or their sound even, but still be able to progress and show that they can experiment and not lose any of their integrity. whether you agree with said integrity or not, we're talking about music integrity. And that is, of course, Goat Moon and their album Death Before Dishonor. It was the first Goat Moon record I picked up. And I was a little late to the game with Goat Moon. I think I got this, it was within the last 10 years, I think. And this is from Werewolf Records. And good luck reading the songs on the back. It's very, very hard to read. But there's some great stuff on here. I mean, it is raw as you like. We're talking hi-hats at the forefront, howling vocals, just guitars that sound like they could be out of tune, very, very lo-fi, raw black metal, very intense kind of stuff. You can hear all the sort of punk and hardcore influences without treading into that territory. You know, it's sort of all in there. But when it gets melodic, it is absolutely stunning and undeniably beautiful. It's as beautiful as it is ugly, and trust me, it is ugly as fuck. And a lot of people want to skip on Goat Moon for various reasons that we shan't go into. But for me, like I said, I'm all about the tunes, baby. That's what it's all about. Got the Werewolf Records insignia there, nice and simple. Goat Moon, boom, boom, boom. And Evil 001. So I don't know if this was the first record we put out by Werewolf Records or not. I have no idea. But we've got here the normal black vinyl, the way black metal records should be, in my opinion. I mean, if you're into your colour vinyl and stuff, that's awesome. I can see the appeal. Just, you know, like I've said before, I just like the old school black vinyl. I'm all about that. And apparently, they just sound better. I don't know. I don't know if you need like rabbit ears to pick up on that sort of thing, but I don't know. But either way, this album is absolutely incredible. It's got the most raw production you could want, particularly for this style. And the drumming's fantastic. You know, it's got really sort of primitive, but like I say, sort of like a punky, hardcore kind of feel to it as well. And I'm talking like old school stuff, you know, like your Discharges and your Dooms and what have you and what not. So, absolutely blinding record here. It's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, it's got a certain amount of tracks on there. I can't really remember because I just stick it on it's not on any streaming services that I'm aware of other than YouTube. But I just put this on and I just get taken away with it, you know. It's absolutely fantastic and a black metal essential. So put all of your silly prejudices aside and whatnot. He probably should as well, be honest with you, but never mind. Just listen to it for the music, fuck the message, listen to the music and just make your own mind up. Right? Don't take social pressures into what you should or shouldn't like. Just listen to your heart, listen to Goat Moon. So that's it from me today. Thank you for joining me, and tomorrow will be part 10, the final part of my top 50. And I've saved the best till last. The very last one, indeed, will be my all-time favourite album. Put a few comments if you want to try and take a guess. You won't get it, but guess away anyway, based on what you've seen and what you understand. Maybe you'll know, but probably not, because yeah. But yeah, tomorrow you will find out my number 1 all-time favourite album. But until then, have a good day, and whatever you do, do not stick your willy in a beehive. Take care.